Everyone says that money and wealth is just a mindset. After all, if hard work is all that it took to make lots of money, then a ditch digger should be rich. But how do you find this elusive mindset? What is it? And how do you know when you've got it? Today I'm going to show you a major key to unlocking this riddle so you can start creating more wealth in your life. Coming up. Welcome to the Power of Quiet, expanding your happiness and unlimitedness day by day. Now let's get one thing perfectly clear. Money and wealth, it's just a mindset. After all, if you take two people with the same background, the same education, the same skills, the same opportunities, and they both start a new business, and the first person, they find it very easy to be successful and they make a lot of money with their business. While the second person, doing the exact same things as the first, they struggle. They find it difficult to even get their business off the ground. And this is something that we see go around us all the time. And what does this tell us? That it is about attitude and mindset. Now, you might look at it by the 80-20 rule that says that it's 80% mental and attitude and 20% all the rest, skills, education, resources. But it's the mental that is key. That's what you really have to focus on and accentuate. But I'm going to take it a step further than that and say at the bottom line of it all, what it really requires mentally to manifest lots of wealth in your life is simply the ability to accept it. And this is why you have all of these wealth and self-help and law of attraction experts and gurus all show you how to be more accepting and have a more positive attitude, like an attitude of gratitude, an attitude of thankfulness. The problem is, they're doing it in a very superficial way. Sometimes doing the most ridiculous things, like put your hand on your head and say, I have a millionaire mindset. Put your hand on your heart. I accept money into my life. That is totally ridiculous. You see, the problem is, if the ability to have wealth is your ability to accept it, then why aren't you doing it? You have to look at that first, and that's what all of these gurus ignore. The mountain of negativity that is already there, that you have built up your whole life with past failures, past rejections, and struggles, and bad things that have happened to you that have created negative feelings and limiting beliefs that say, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve it, all sorts of stuff. That's inside of all of us already. And to do these little mental exercises to be more positive, it's like throwing a few grains of sand onto a mountain. It's not going to be effective. And that's why, if you've ever done that stuff, it hasn't worked for you. So the key is to knock down the mountain, erase that negativity. The problem is, most of us don't realize how much negativity is lurking there underneath the surface. There's all sorts of subconscious, negative thinking, limiting beliefs that are getting in our way, and we don't even know it. But how do we know that they're there? Well, we're not getting the results that we're looking for. We see ourselves doing stupid things like sabotaging our success or wasting an opportunity. We have an opportunity at our fingertips and we procrastinate. We don't take it. And why do we do silly things like this? Because of that subconscious negativity. And in a moment, I'm going to show you how to start bringing that up to the surface where you can see it, and then you can let it go. But first, I want to play for you a little clip from a participant at one of my recent retreats who went through a process of digging out a lot of this negativity. And what showed up in its place is a lot of clarity about money and an attitude of love and true acceptance for it. So check this out. This will show you that that millionaire mindset that you're looking for is inside of you right now. So check this out. This is Lucia's story.
I am so grateful about my new understanding about money. In my blood family, we had this saying that we are not like other people during communism, having money, which made me very conflicted about money. Is it good to have them? Is it dangerous to have them? We are not like the other ones. If we are suffering. If we are not, we are suffering again. So it was a very, very strong, heavy issue that I look forward to pinpointing for a very, very long time in my life. And wow, 10 minutes due to this laser method, I was able to figure out what is truly my deepest fear, connection behind the connection with money. And this is wonderful. I see money as being a very joyful energy. And of course I want joy in my life. They are not connected anymore with an imprint of sadness. So yeah, I'm very much open to them, and very much open into a joyful dance with them.
So there you have it. Literally, all you need to do is let go of that negative thinking. Let go of that subconscious limiting beliefs that are lurking inside of you. And when you do that, what shows up in its place is inherently positive, inherently abundant, inherently unlimited. That's inside of you right now. I'm going to show you how to start welcoming that up, bringing that to the surface. So the first thing we're going to do is start examining that mind of yours. Now, most of us, we really don't understand the mind. We make it out to be way more complicated than it is. But if you look at your mind very closely, you'll see all it is just a recording and playback machine. That's it. It just goes around all day long recording things, and then it plays it all back to you, whether you want to listen to it or not. So, for example, you're going through your day, and somebody steps on your foot and they say something mean to you. What does your mind do all the rest of the day? Rah, rah, rah. Oh, you know what so-and-so did. I should have just hit them. Right? And even when you get home and you try to go to bed, it still won't shut up. So that's all it is a recording and playback machine. And you see how it records in all of these limiting beliefs and concepts back when we were a little kid. Now, when we were little kids, we absorbed all sorts of information. And people said these things like money doesn't grow on trees, you got to work hard for it, money is the root of all evil. And when we're a little kid, we don't understand these things, but we accept them because we have these authority figures that tell us that and go, it must be the truth. So we record it in, and it's been playing back to us ever since, our whole life. And this is the thinking that we've grown so accustomed to that is preventing us from having wealth and abundance effortlessly in our life. So let's take a look at one of these limiting thoughts. Now, to dig into the subconscious, all you have to do is just shine a flashlight into it. Just look. That's how you see what's there. The subconscious is not some dark, impenetrable space. You can look into it right now. Just look. So look back to when you were a little kid and they told you something about money. You had to work hard for it. That good people don't bother with money. What did they tell you? Or maybe you might see a situation in your life where you wanted to go for it, but you felt like you couldn't, or you did, and you landed on your face, you failed. And then you made a decision like, oh, I'm not good enough. Or no matter what I do, I can't win. And see, when you tell yourself stuff like that, that mind is a recording machine. It records it in, and then it plays it back to you. All right, so take a look. When it comes to money, what did they tell you? Or what did you tell yourself? And go back as best as you can, right to that moment when you heard that information. How old were you? Where were you? Who was around you? Just step right back into that scene where you heard that. Now notice, when you step into that scene, when you're in that situation, you probably have like an uncomfortable feeling. Here's what I want you to do is bring your awareness now to your stomach or chest, because the mind, from the neck up, it's just a recording and playback machine. It records things and it plays it back, but it doesn't erase anything from up here. Where you can erase things is from your stomach or chest, right here in your feeling center. All right, so just notice if it helps you. You can close your eyes and put your head down towards your stomach or chest, just to focus on what you're feeling here. And notice if you feel a tightness or contraction in your stomach or chest. You feel that? Kind of a clenching feeling? Now, right in front of that feeling, wherever it is, if it's right here or here, wherever, right in front of that feeling, open up an imaginary window or door. And whatever's there in that feeling, just see it as energy. Now imagine that energy moving right on out the door. Just watch that energy leave. Watch it pass through that door. And whatever it looks like to you, there's no right or wrong way to do this. Just whatever that looks like, just imagine it going right on out the door. And imagine it leaving even more. And 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 just open up even more. And let that energy pass through. It's just energy. It's not good. It's not bad. Just energy passing through. Allow it to pass through even more. And even more. Just let it go. And notice how you feel. You feel a little bit lighter? See, that's showing you that you can just let that stuff go. All right? Now that you have some energy flowing, welcome up some more. Just invite up some more. Any resistance, any rejection, any uncomfortable feeling, any feeling of lack that gets stirred up about that thought, that belief about money. And notice it as a clenching, tight feeling in your stomach or chest now. Open up that door. And just let that energy go right on out that door. And even more. 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 And notice how you feel now. Again, we're just looking for a lighter feeling. And that lighter feeling is showing you that you're moving in the right direction. Now, take a look back at that situation. Step right back into that scene. And see if you're as bothered now as you were a few moments ago. You notice the difference? And look at whatever was said. And see if it's as true now as it was before. Notice that difference? Now, this is just scratching the surface. This is showing you how you can erase the negativity, erase the limiting thoughts that you put in. You recorded into your mind. It's your mind. You're the owner and operator. And if you brought it in, you can remove it. Now, this is what the other self-help, law of attraction, money gurus don't show you. They show you all these other mental games, but they don't show you how to really go for the root of the problem and just dissolve it. And when you do it this way, you can dissolve it all quickly. So practice this. And if you want to go even deeper, I've got a new 6-week course. That's a 6-week wealth manifestation course. I'm going to put a link to it up above and also in the description below. So check that out. We're going to dig deep into all these limiting beliefs. Clear out your mind so you just feel naturally harmonious, abundant, courageous, with a sense of, yes, I can. And with that attitude, that mindset, you're going to find it very easy to have money show up in your life all over the place. Just watch. So check out that link below and keep practicing this. Watch what happens.
My invitation is just get curious about yourself and open yourself to discover more, because there is always more and more and more.